Hello there. Welcome to the Oblivious Maximus podcast. This one won't have a number because it's a short one.
Yeah, short one. Secret episode.
Secret episode. We've decided to do this now.
Now, right this second. Maybe this will come out before, probably in between the next two episodes. Little bonus app with the fellas.
Just two guys chatting the things that
gabbing it up.
we really need. How's your week been, Ben? What have you been doing?
Yeah, great. I've had a few gigs this week.
Yeah.
Tuesday at Catfish, as always.
Yep.
Sick one this week. As it's getting closer to Comedy Festival, we're getting some good drop-ins. Had a big drop-in from Joel Creasy, which was great.
Huge.
Trying some new stuff, getting ready for Adelaide Fringe Festival, so that was cool.
Tons of people going there.
Yeah, lots of people going over to Adelaide Fringe. I was chatting to two comics, Nick Kappa and Brett Blake, last night. I've actually never been to Adelaide Fringe, but they reckon it's the most fun of all the festivals. Not the one you can make the most money at, but the most fun, which is... So I'm keen to get over there. Not this year, but in the future.
Yeah, see the sights of Adelaide, that big ball thing.
Yeah, that big ball thing, the...
Rundle Mall,
that's the one. Gee, it's sick over there.
Yeah, I wish I was there.
Last time I went to Adelaide, I think would have been 2014, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing in Kissing Booth at the time.
Yep.
And I think might have been when we were doing a short tour with Lemuria from the States. But I think maybe we went back another time and it wasn't as good.
Yeah. I
had fun.
Yeah. I used to play there all the time. Like I existed great there.
Yeah.
We had, and then So Great from touring with Sex Wizard, a band from Adelaide that I inevitably joined. How
did that work, being in a band from Adelaide?
It didn't.
That band no longer exists.
That band doesn't exist.
Two drummers,
so heaps annoying, playing anywhere.
Chatting with AWOL, we talked about World Peace having two bass players.
Yep.
Is there any other band with two of a non-standard instrument?
Well, there was a metalcore thing back in the day to have two singers.
Yes.
That was a big thing. But no, Sex Wizard was it was super fun playing. I loved the songs. I loved the guys. But yeah, it was a disaster doing shows because you'd have to take a drum kit because there wouldn't be two drum kits. So there was always...
Can someone else bring a second drum kit?
Yeah. And to be honest, when we did tour, people, they would always... Like Myers and Jimmy, the drummers, would sort it out. They weren't dependent on everyone else to find their drum kits for them. But yeah, it was crazy doing that. But it was just really funny because it was, now playing in Extortion, I play fast music all the time. But at the time, I wasn't really playing in bands that that fast. And comparatively, Sex Wizard songs much faster than stuff I was doing. So I was going to Adelaide to play these shows all the time. And I went there to record on the record with them and stuff. And it was super fun. But it was there was also a patch where I thought I might move over there. So it was
might have worked out.
It might have worked out, yeah. And then it became apparent that I wasn't going to move over there. And then that kind of timed out with the band kind of fizzling out. So it sort of just...
The Adelaide dream died.
Yeah, not for me. I was there a month ago. I played a show there with Phantoms.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe that. I think we chatted a little bit about that. We chatted a bit about Adelaide. Adelaide actually copped it on this podcast so far.
Couple episodes in.
Yeah, but I did a couple of smaller gigs this week, which were fun. A new one that my mate Zach is running and Chris Nguyen is a comic at Creature Bar in Brunswick.
What's Creature Bar?
It's sort of like old horror movie themed in there. The font is Creature, that
skateboards?
That brand? Yeah.
Skateboard brand?
Yeah. It's sort of
Don't tell them.
Yeah. There's old school movie posters in there. Bit of a kooky sort of vibe in there. A few, game cubes floating around. It was a cool bar. It's a fun, small, intimate gig, but that was a bit of fun.
Yeah, nice.
I think that's about it gig-wise. And then, on Sunday we went and watched a bit of bit of live music.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
The Prize and Al Carlson at Brunswick Ballroom.
Yep. Sick as hell.
was
Wild gig.
Wild gig. This was at the tail end of the Sydney Road Music Festival.
Yeah.
I got there. We met up at the Victoria
Hotel?
Victoria Hotel, Vic Hotel.
Yeah.
Pretty packed, pumping in there.
Yeah. Just people yahooing on from the Sydney Road Festival.
That Sydney Road Festival is bonkers.
It's crazy. But yeah, that show was quite interesting, given the lineup was like pretty diverse, I would say.
Well, it had started at like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And we got there about 7:30 just to watch The Prize and Al Carlson.
Yeah.
No scuzz to the other bands, but
I was busy being at the Victoria Hotel. The show itself was like, it was a very interesting mix of people who've walked in off the street from the festival, people who like music, and I think just like Sydney Road enthusiasts.
Yeah, like it's like music fans of the band, like that split as well.
Yeah.
So it was hard to tell who was who. Fashion absolutely all over the shop.
Oh, yeah. No, I look like a 14-year-old kid at all times. So,
Same.
yeah, we were definitely the odd ones out
Can't
there.
judge, but we can notice.
Yeah, we can. Heard a very good description of Al Carlson when I was in the toilets.
This is sick.
A person was trying to explain what Al Carlson is, I guess, not just musically, but like as a concept.
As a concept.
I suppose. And the description.
As an ethos.
As an ethos. And the description was something along the lines of, you might have a better memory of what I told you on the night than I do because I was pissed. But it was like, he's kind of like a street poet, but house music.
Yeah.
And he's just crazy up there.
Which is not far off.
It's not.
I don't know about street poet, but I guess it's interesting.
I'd say
It's pretty
poetry, what he is doing.
It's poetry, but it's interesting. You can very clearly see the influence on the vocals and the style on stage being from hardcore.
Yeah.
And it's interesting hearing someone else's interpretation of it.
Yeah. And then those two guys, just hung out in the toilets for ages. So
Yeah, a lot of people hanging out in the toilet at that show.
a lot of dunny chill.
Yeah, can only imagine why.
The Prize, dope band though.
Awesome.
Kerry, someone who I know from Canberra, was
Because you didn't
surprised in the band.
Didn't know that going in, and neither did I, obviously.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing a bit of buzz about the Prize, seeing them pop up, and I was like, "Oh, sick! Finally, a chance to check them out."
They were awesome. They were like, I think. Well, they have 3 guitar players, so they had great guitar like harmony parts, 3-part harmonies. Dope. If you liked my old band, I Exist.
Yeah.
Right up my alley. But I was fucking sick. They had a couple songs that sounded like the soft Thin Lizzy songs, and I was like, "This rocks."
Rocks, and the drummer, she is also singing.
Yeah,
Love her
she's tearing
singing
it
drummer.
up. Oh yeah.
Always rocks.
When there's 4 microphones and people just get harmonizing.
Oh yeah, so
I'm
good.
in.
I'm looking forward to seeing them. I would say that the sound at Brunswick Ballroom is a little.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big venue.
Yeah, and I would say like for the fact that it is like a for-purpose music venue, I do not think it has the best sound in there.
Great, cool venue.
Cool venue, not the best sound. Also, the room is weird as fuck. Like,
it's a strange room.
I've been there 3 times, and every time the stage has been in a different spot.
Yeah, how do they do that?
But also, why? Like,
Yeah, true. I think I've only ever been to one other show there, which was also Al Carlson, maybe a year or 2 ago, or a year or so ago, and stage was in the same spot. So, but you said it's on the long. If you don't know the Brunswick Ballroom, it's a kind of long rectangular room,
a long old theater basically that's been turned into a bar essentially. And like it should be a dining hall theater setup. Like I think that's probably what it's actually designed for, is like table and chairs.
I have seen that set up in from a few photos. But yeah, I would like to see the Prize in like a, somewhere with a great
PA.
Great PA.
Not the balcony open with every drunk cunt on Sydney Road standing on it,
Vaping.
yelling and vaping.
Yeah.
I also played a show the night before or the day before at Frankston, of
That's
all
right.
places.
Flipping the Bird.
Flipping the Bird Fest. Shout out to Stu who books it. The fest was awesome.
I was spewing I couldn't go to this. I had a run at Comedy Republic, and it looked like a rad time down there.
It was wild as hell. Bunch of, again, Stu is running a really wild thing down there. Bunch of rehearsal rooms that are in like an industrial park, and the fest is just happening in the middle of the industrial park, like in the driveway. Basically.
It looks cool, and it's wild to see how big that festival's got over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it had an American band headline it this year, Midnight, who were incredible. Extortion played. We had a great time. Met a bunch of loose units. Saw a guy get so sunburnt. Probably the most sunburnt I've seen a person be. And it was only like 20 degrees out. It wasn't hot. I think that's when you get burnt, though. You think like, it's not hot.
Wind burn.
Oh, boy. He was purple. Like, just... And Matt and Brent, our dear friends, were there with me. And we were just like watching him from like across any way that he was walking. I was like, God, he's purple.
Yeah.
It's gotta hurt.
Man, he's going to be bathing in aloe vera the next day.
And we stayed at the Quest Apartments in Frankston, and there was a washing machine in there that had a pair of red undies on the floor. So not many stars for Quest Frankston on the booking.com app for me. But
they're going to come after us.
This is your review.
Fuck
your review. Anyway.
Smash the Google review for the Quest Frankston. That's a bit of fun down there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to maybe heading down one time. There's a bit happening down in Frankston. It's got kind of like its own
got a
thing
scene
happening now, which is sick to see because I guess it feels like maybe shows in Geelong have not really taken off as much.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah, I know some bands kind of do it, but it's cool that there's like another spot for people to go and play shows.
And there's also like bands from down there too. Like, I mean, there was a bunch of bands played the fest that are kind of like Frankston bands that as a result, I think of us playing, or, not us, but like bands from Melbourne or bands from elsewhere playing, it will be beneficial because it will hopefully draw them up to shows here, and it will mean that more, like, I certainly, I think Stu, who booked the fest and owns Singing Bird Studios, I think he's definitely reached out in the past about doing it, but it just hasn't sort of lined up. But then the festival timed out, obviously, and it was like a cool opportunity to go down, so it was good. But, talking to other people, like Beltsy from Mindsnare lives down there, and he was saying like they're doing shows there all the time and they're all great.
Yeah.
And they're all ages, and there was tons of kids there, and who were all just like, some of them probably like hardcore or heavy stuff, and other of them just want to be like
hanging
around loud shit, which is what I did when I was a kid. So it was dope. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, and it's good, I guess, like, for younger kids that's happening regionally, or not regional, but, out of the city.
Yeah.
Because, it's not often
It's a
possible.
fucking punish to get here from Frankston.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not driving.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
long time on the metro.
Whatever that train is. And we used to work kind of down there, and
I work in Brayside.
Yeah.
And every time I tell someone, they go, "Where is that?"
One time we had a party down there for work, and I called an Uber home, and it cost $120, and I fell asleep immediately. And it was one of those like, dude, homie just had the windows down because he was terrified of. I mean, I won't be spewing in there. I'm just snoozing. But and then when we got to the house, he was like, making a lot of noise in the car, like, all right, mate.
You got to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I drove you from Brayside to Ivanhoe. Get the fuck out of here. Don't come to Ivanhoe looking for me.
Yeah.
But, what's coming up?
Well, comedy festivals coming up. Just prepping for that. We've got shows happening at Catfish, which are sort of have been launched, and we're just trying to do as much promo around that. And we're got our Tuesday shows each Tuesday of the festival, which will be like secret lineups with big acts across the fest. But so far, we've locked in a few internationals for those shows, which would be awesome. So you can get a bit of a preview of all the shows across the festival. So it's $15. So come to those. Catfish Comedy on Insta. And yeah, other than that, I'm not doing a show this year at festival. I did my first solo last year, which I think I probably talked about in our first ep together.
Yeah.
But I'm planning to go over to Edinburgh Fringe, but I've just locked in a venue for that. Which I need to finish the paperwork for, which I'll do this weekend. But 10:40 in the morning, I'm going to be at.
The laughing hour, they say.
Yeah. So, which sounds insane, and I mean is insane, but there are definitely people out and about at that time at Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So, but I think I do have to change up the marketing a bit for my show. So I'm going to be doing my show from last year, which was called Hammerhead, and our mate Pat Galvin did the art for it, and it's like brutal font. And
Very brutal.
I was like, maybe I have to dial that back a bit for the 1040 show, but
Maybe
I don't know.
Like a coffee cup or something.
Yeah.
Advertise the Recky laughs.
Well, luckily I'm at a venue called City Cafe, which is a big breakfast. It's such a weird venue. It's like a 50s style diner, but it's in Edinburgh, like Scotland. So it's like this. It's got like a
lean in, happy days.
Yeah.
The fun style branding.
So I have to like get sorted for that, but I'm stoked to have that locked in. So I'm doing that for the second half of Edinburgh Fringe, and then just doing some other shows with mates the rest of the time. Which now I just need to save more money and pay for all that.
Great.
Yeah, sick. So that's what I'm planning towards. But I think I will do some one-off shows or something in between then. I was doing some shows at the Tote. Decided to can those for now. Turns out doing a bunch of shows in the run-up to Comedy Festival, too much other shit going on. So we've decided to can those. I think I really revved those up on our first pod together.
Well,
Tote, not the comedy festival.
Not the comedy hub of Melbourne.
Yeah, but big shout out to my mate Renee who helped me book those in and then promptly was okay with me cancelling them.
You tried.
Yeah.
I've got this Extortion record launch just got announced on the 10th of May. We got a new record coming out. It's called Threats.
Great little trailer vid out.
Yeah, Milky revved it up. I didn't play physically. Well, I didn't play bass on the record because I was at a wedding. So my bass, the instrument, is on the record.
Yep.
So, it's my tone.
Yeah, it's your vibe.
Yeah, not at all. But I didn't play on it, but I did yell some backing vocals. So
sick.
I'm on there. But that's coming out on the 8th of May, and then we're playing the show on the 10th of May. And then on the 11th of May, I'm playing a show with Aglo. So 2 gigs, 2 days, brutal.
Sick.
There's tickets for the Extortion show. Go buy them. It's at Howler. Good venue.
Sick lineup. Primitive Blast.
Yeah, Shit Grinder. And this band Cutters, who we actually, they played right before us at the Flip and the Bird Fest, who are mad too. So it'll be great.
Yeah, that'll be a sick show.
Yeah.
I don't think Primitive Blast haven't been here for a while.
No, not ages.
Either Shit Grinder.
No, we were trying to get Shit Grinder to come here for the last thing that we did. We couldn't get him. We got him now.
Locked in.
I believe they've booked flights, so they're coming.
They're coming. Up on the Extortion Insta. Shit Grinder, locked in.
Shit Grinder, locked in. Yeah, that should be good.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it for this.
Yeah.
This is a little update. If you like it, great.
Short, sharp.
Yeah.
Let us know. We should get people to send in questions or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Comment, subscribe. All those things. No, but send us stuff. We got an email? Yes, we do.
Or just send it to the Instagram.
Yeah, just DM.
DM the
Who's
Instagram.
checking that email? I'm just deleting stuff from there. Anyway, we got some new episodes coming out soon. Should we talk about who they are?
Well, I guess
When's this coming out?
This might come out after our next one, which is with Ginger Taylor, artist. So that might have already come out.
Sure.
Maybe we'll put this out in the same week, 2 eps.
Big week.
And then the other one is coming up is Prue Blake, who is a comedian. She's got a show at the Comedy Festival.
Yep.
You hear all about that. And yeah, she's a good mate of mine. That's it.
Brutal. That's another one in the can.
Cheers.
See you later.